What's up, everybody?
Got it.
Welcome to another episode of Finally Financial, where we talk everything financial and then some. Today, we've got a great episode. We've got a good friend of mine who I met many years ago. And
Like 20 years ago.
yeah, man, it was a long time. Haven't talked to him in a while, but I was blessed enough to get him on the podcast.
Yeah.
So uh his name is Sam Allison. Sam, so I'm gonna give you a little bit, just give people a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind.
Okay. Well, I'm an engineer producer located in Austin now. Got my start with Einstein at Dopehouse pretty much. Well, I guess my first internship was in high school at Rap a Lot.
Okay,
Um,
hold on. We'll get to that. We'll get to
yeah,
that.
yeah. You mean like further back?
Yeah, just where you're from. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. I'm from Houston, born and raised.
Okay.
Um, Definitely live and breathe it. Although I live in Austin now,
Yeah,
Uh, uh,
my
yeah,
dude.
grew up on the bayou.
Cool. Cool. Okay. All right, big dog. So my first question, man, is what made you want to get into the music industry?
Well, so like my dad, played guitar, throughout when I was growing up.
Hmm.
My granddad was a professional jazz drummer too.
Wow.
So like that kind of like sowed the seeds. And then I remember I was sitting in like the sound waves, if y'all remember sound waves, the parking.
Yeah.
And I was listening to a DJ Screw tape, and I was like, man, like this is kind of like what I want to do. So like, grew up on like metal and country and stuff like that, but then
Okay.
developed a taste for pretty much specifically Houston rap music. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, and then I just went from there, reached out to the right people, right place, right time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean that during that time, man, it was the Houston rap scene was so huge, man. That was a great thing to latch on to. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I mean, we all did. Like when I was in Nacogdoches, man, the first thing that came out of Houston was Lil Keke's South Side, you
Oh
know.
yeah,
And then once I moved to Houston to actually meet the guy, it was like meeting a rock star, man.
for sure.
So, so let me ask you this: growing up, what was your financial base like? Like when you taught financial principles of wealth building, like good credit, buying low, selling high, stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, credit was always, like something that was ingrained into me, I guess.
Okay.
My dad uh was a stockbroker. So
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
so like, he sort of like taught me about that stuff, but honestly, like
You
uh,
didn't gravitate towards that.
yeah, like I understand music.
Yo. Absolutely, man. It's plenty of things that our parents try to teach us that we don't really grasp until much later.
Yeah.
I'm sure now you understand how important that stuff is
Oh yeah, for
to
sure.
you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, so I met you, uh, and the timeline might be off, bro. It was so long ago, but I met you when you got a job as an intern
Yeah.
at Dopehouse Records. So, do you remember the year? Because I really
That
don't.
was probably like 2004.
Okay, oh four.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, because I was going to University of Arizona and I was in their entrepreneurship program and like I don't know, like it just didn't strike a chord with me. So
Uh-huh.
one night I emailed like every single record label in Houston. And the one person who emailed me back was Tootie. And I interned there over the summer. It was basically like, all right, I'm not going back to school. I'm gonna I remember Payne. Payne was like, you want to stay here?
Yeah.
Go back to school. And I was like, I think I'll stay here.
Already,
Yeah.
bro. Do you know? So I don't know if you know this, but I interned for Lil Troy
Yeah.
at All Mine Entertainment Group. And at that point trying to break into the music industry, right? Tootie was the only one to give me a shot, man. Rec Shop, you
Yeah.
know, all of the labels back then. Tootie called me up, yo, man. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
crazy, but he brought all this together, man.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, like I mean, y'all are the reason why I'm like sitting where I am right now. You know what I mean? Like if I had stuck with whatever, like, I would probably be like a banker or some shit, you know, like y'all, like for real, y'all gave me a chance. I remember like hanging with you and Ronnie Spencer in the front
Ye-
office, you
yes,
know, like,
Ronnie's still my dude.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah. He'd always be like, "You feel me, Sam?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." Like telling me stories about building DJ Screw's studio.
Yeah.
Like that really like impacted me for sure.
Awesome. Hey, man. That's what it's all about. And I know because I was sort of business manager, business affairs, and so Tootie sort of left you up to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I had you doing back then, but talk to the audience on like what did that internship teach you, or what did you learn from it?
Well, like so starting off, it was mostly like promotions, like
Hmm.
I remember I think Baby Bash's album had just come out,
Okay.
Twin Berettas.
Yeah,
Uh
that was like '04. Sure was.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So like, I was just on all of the forums. I mean, back then it was like forums. It wasn't like
Absolutely.
Facebook promotions, like
Absolutely.
things have really evolved.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I started hanging out in the recording studio, and I had already been, like, I had my like little turntables. It was like, slowing and stuff. Uh, which
Screw,
actually like,
you were screwing and chopping stuff already,
oh yeah, yeah. I used to wear the people out at Guitar Center. I would bring my like little CDs in to go like in their CD DJs.
bro.
It would
I
just be like, all right, when's
I
this guy gonna
love
leave?
I love Guitar Center, bro.
Yeah,
I used to hang out at Guitar Center,
yeah. I
and
used
this
to
was before Dope House. Yeah,
Yeah, I used to skip wrestling practice and go hang out in Guitar Center, and then I would get they call it red flagged, and it basically just like mess you up.
you was a wrestler, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
What high school?
Kincaid.
Look at you. That's
Yeah,
what's up, man. I wrestled a little bit in college.
yeah,
Yeah, I didn't. We never connected on that level back then. I guess I
yeah.
never asked you. Yeah, yeah.
I
No.
love that stuff, man.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I still try and do it a little bit here and there.
Good. Yeah, I know. And we don't have a wrestling team at our school, but if we did, I would try to be involved in that. Uh, so, uh, from what you learned at that internship, like, where did you go from there?
I mean, well, so I worked at Dope House.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was,
Let's get that.
I was I was there for like probably 4 years.
Okay.
Um, like I definitely learned how to like deal with clients,
Uh-huh.
deal with the talent. Also, just engineering basics.
Okay. So,
Um, and
absolutely.
like,
So you
and we,
got with Payne, and he
yeah,
taught
yeah,
and he
Payne,
taught you engineering.
yeah, Payne, and
Awesome.
then Juan Gotti got me to slow and chop John Ghetto for him.
Oh, you the one that did that?
Yeah, yeah.
Did they credit you for it?
I think so. Yeah, Sam
Good.
Whips. I should
That's
be.
what's up. That's
And
what's
then
up.
and then like the dream come true was Rap Classics got me to do uh the Lil Keke double album, like side,
Really?
side all that. Yeah, yeah, that was me.
Wow. Look at you,
I mean, that
boy.
was like a dream come true because Lil Keke is like my favorite.
Yeah. I still remember the last time I saw him. He was at the Dope House. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. Good deal. That is awesome, bro.
Yeah, that was like super cool. Like pimping pins, like I,
Yeah.
I can still recite that whole rap.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
man. He got so much heat, man. He's still doing it.
yeah, for
Let me ask you this. So, is there anything else that you wanted to do growing up besides being in the music industry?
sure. No, not really. Pretty much from the get go.
Really?
Yeah, even when I
Good.
was like 4 or 5 years old.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow. Wow, that's what's up, man. Uh, cause so 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 okay, then let me ask you this. Did like your dad or anybody try to I mean, you went to college, so what did you go to college for? Let's start there.
Well, so I went to the University of Arizona for their entrepreneurship program.
Hmm.
But like, I don't know, man. My heart wasn't in school at that time. At that time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just wanted to do music, you know. So that's why getting the internship at Dopehouse was such a blessing, and it led me down this path. Like, if
Yeah.
Judy hadn't have answered that email, I probably would have never started my record label, started engineering, married my wife, had my
Yeah.
daughter. You know what I mean? It's like
That is
it's like a
that's
tiny little
yeah,
change in your trajectory.
absolutely. And I'm sure Tootie has no idea that he did that for you. You know,
Yeah,
at some point, I hope you get a chance to tell him. You
me
know what I'm
too.
saying? And
Yeah,
yeah, I'm glad you're telling me at this point because I didn't know that either, man.
yeah.
Yeah. So let me take this break and let the people know that if you're finding value in this video, uh, please subscribe. Uh, uh, if you like podcasts, please download and subscribe wherever you get podcasts. Like, share, and comment on YouTube so that your friends and family can get exciting and amazing videos just like this one. Okay, Sam. So I remember at a point. Hold on. Did I ask you where the nickname Whips came from? Cause I don't remember that. So what's
That's
up with that?
actually that's actually my real middle name. Yeah, that's
Oh,
my legal name. I'm,
that's
I'm actually
wow.
I'm actually named after my granddad, who was the jazz drummer. So I'm Sam Whips Allison II.
Really?
Yep.
So you are Sam Whips Allison the third?
No, I'm the second.
Oh no, you're the second. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay. Okay, that's wow. I
I
mean,
know.
I've never seen Whips as a middle name, so
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
very
Most people don't believe that's my middle name.
that's very unique.
Yeah.
I interviewed Rasheed last night.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it was a great one. It was a
Yeah.
great one. Yeah, man, we had a good interview. I know you got to know him, who was at Dope House too, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He was him and LC, his brother, were signed to my label.
Wow, see,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That is awesome, bro. So let's get into that, man. So, okay, I don't know the timeline, but I remember you doing engineering at UT
Yeah.
Austin.
Yeah. I started in 2018. Yeah.
Okay, so are you still doing that, or how did that go, or how did that
Yeah.
come about?
Yeah. I'm still doing it. So I ended up going back to school at the Art Institute,
Okay.
Austin, because full disclosure, I was like talking to this girl at a bar, and she went to the Art Institute, and I was like, man, but they don't have an audio program. And she was like, yeah, they do, dude. I was like, oh. So when I got home from the bar, at
Mhm.
2:30 a.m., emailed the Art Institute and was like, what's the deal?
Yeah.
So anyway, long story short, one of my professors is now the recording services director at UT.
Okay.
And I went there to buy a studio desk, and he was like, "You want a job?" And I was like, "Yeah, like this is pretty badass here.
Yeah.
Like a lot
Yeah.
of history, a lot of cool gear." So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Okay. That's awesome, man. The girl is that your wife now, or that was somebody else?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't even remember her name. That was just like someone I met one night.
She was just the one that got
Yeah.
you in the UT's system.
Oh no, no. Well, no, she got me into the Art Institute. Like
The
she told,
Art Institute.
yeah, she told me about the audio program, and
Oh
that's
yeah, that's right.
that's when I started researching it, and moved up to Austin to pursue that.
So you was in Houston when she did that,
Yeah,
and then you moved to Austin for the Art Institute.
yeah,
That's okay. That's what's up, man. So that's real dedication, man.
yeah.
I love it, bro. Uh, so do you do you play any instruments?
Yeah, yeah. Guitar, a little bit of like keyboards and pianos. I actually toured for probably about 5 or 6 years playing guitar, like all over the country.
Uh, Wow, wow.
Yeah, I played in it was like 1950s honky tonk band. Yeah, a big departure from Dopehouse.
Yeah, yeah.
So I toured like all the way up to from Texas to Minnesota over to Maine down to uh, Georgia, all that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds like great experience.
Yeah, I mean, I went to places I would never have gone. You
Yeah.
know, like tiny
Otherwise,
little towns, and
yeah.
it was cool.
So were you playing instruments before the internship or did you learn instruments afterward?
Oh yeah, I mean, I started playing guitar when I was probably like 11.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
my dad, like I said, he had guitars all around the house.
Hmm.
He caught me playing when I was probably like 6 years old. His like very nice vintage guitar with a coat hanger like a cello, and
Ooh.
he was like, "Sam, no." But yeah, I mean, the bug bit me pretty early, so
Yeah, so I'm assuming your dad was all for it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, my folks, are super supportive. I'm
Yeah.
very blessed in that regard for sure. Especially, they didn't really understand rap music, but they saw how much it like meant to me. So they were
Hmm.
like, yeah, like, it struck a chord with you, so like pursue it. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah, that's great, man. Supportive parents can make all the difference in the world.
yeah. And I know a lot of people, don't have that blessing of having supportive parents. So
Yeah.
if I could say like with my 2-year-old daughter, like I just want to be as supportive as possible for her and whatever she wants to do.
I'm the exact same way, bro.
Yeah.
I try to guide, but I definitely want to be supportive. My son he's making beats right now. You know, he's these apps and stuff. You remember Block Rock?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Block downloaded some stuff on his little keyboard and got him going a little bit too. And
that's cool.
we've been in Block Studio and recorded some stuff. So I'm trying to be supportive with him too.
Yeah,
Or while at the same time not wanting him. So this is the thing. Like parents always say, don't put your all your eggs in one basket.
yeah. I was about to
So
say the same thing. Yeah,
yeah. So, I'm sort of wrestling with that and with the fact that at some point you've got to go for it. You might have to put your eggs in one basket. So, that type of thing. But, because it seemed to work for you. It seemed like you put all your eggs in the music basket.
yeah. I mean, I've done lots of other things too. Like, I mean, I've waited tables.
Hmm.
I loaded ATMs for a while.
Okay.
Uh, so I always had little things going on. But I
Hmm.
mean, after 18 years now of engineering,
Hmm.
I've just built this studio. So now it's all in.
Yeah, all in now. You
Yeah,
get you getting your grown man on now.
yeah, yeah. But
So,
there are a lot of different things you can do within like the music industry and
yeah,
music technology industry.
yeah, yeah,
So you can diversify for sure. Like learning to code.
yeah,
There's a,
absolutely.
there's so many jobs like DSP engineers,
Okay.
where you can make
Yeah.
6 figures easy.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
DS.
I don't know how to do that, but
You said DSP?
yeah, DSP. It's basically like the way that your computer uses its memory to use plugins and like the recording technology.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Well, you know what I told him? I was like, so if you're gonna take this music thing seriously, you need to learn how to play an instrument or
yeah,
two. Yeah. I said, "Yeah, and if I'm gonna take it serious with you, I need to see that you're serious." So I did tell him that. So,
yeah.
you know,
How old is he?
just turned 14.
Okay, I mean, he's still got time, man. Like, I would say one of the biggest things I wish I learned was music theory.
Okay.
Like I just play by ear.
Hmm.
Music theory just allows you to talk with other musicians in like the music language. It's like learning
Okay.
Spanish or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
So that's something I would suggest for
Okay.
sure.
So, because they don't offer that in high school, so if he goes to college, you suggest music theory maybe.
Yeah, yeah. He can learn music theory. I mean, some high schools do it, but also nowadays, like you can learn so much off the internet, like for
Absolutely.
like back in the
Absolutely.
day, we didn't have Google. Like
At all.
I was still asking Jeeves shit. But yeah, I mean, you can learn a lot from
Yeah.
like, you know, doing it yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. I know that, my sister was a music major in college, and music theory is what made her change her major.
Oh yeah, no, trust me.
So it's tough.
Yeah, it's hard. It's super hard, man.
Yeah. Yeah. But Evan, I think if he wanted to do it, and my son, his name is Evan, I think he would be the one to do it.
Yeah.
So your studio now, no, hold on, let me get that. So, uh, have you engineered any when you were at UT Austin? Do any big name artists come through there and record and do stuff like that?
So like I work at the Butler School of Music, so like a lot of it is recording like student recitals.
Okay.
They can, either if it's undergraduates,
Hmm.
so that they can apply to graduate programs, and if
Oh,
it's
okay.
if it's graduates, it's so they can apply to like, play in like an orchestra or a symphony,
Okay.
after they graduate or become teachers somewhere.
Oh, okay.
And then we
Okay.
also do, excuse me, we also do, uh, jazz bands, symphonies,
Yeah.
huge orchestras. But we
Yeah.
also we do get touring bands that come through.
Okay.
I recorded this one band. Shoot, I can't remember their names, but the bass player plays with Garage Mahal, which is like, I mean, they're virtuoso sax. The sax player played with I think his name is Gatemouth Brown.
Wow.
Yeah, Clarence Brown. I mean, like tons and like, Aretha Franklin, like a lot, like big names.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like that's always super cool to get to do that. And it's recording stuff that I would never have recorded if I didn't have this
Yeah.
opportunity,
Yeah.
orchestra,
Absolutely.
stuff like that. So
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So, uh, was it Red
yeah, Red Star.
Star Mule Born
Yeah,
Studios?
yeah.
Okay. So how did that come about?
So that's named after this ranch house that my granddad used to have. It was
Okay.
called the Red Star Mule Barn. And I was trying to figure out a name. Like, it's like the hardest part about starting a business, recording an album, all that is like coming
Mhm.
up with a name. You know? Like the
Yep.
music can flow, but the name, like that's like, it's
Right.
like the face of your whole entire thing. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I eventually just landed on that and went with it. So
No, so okay, so how did uh the concept of you so when did the concept of you wanting your own studio come about, and how did you implement that? Like if you always wanted your own studio and you just one day you said I'm gonna do it.
yeah, so I mean, I worked at a bunch of studios in Austin,
Right.
like always under someone else's like purview, I guess.
Yep.
And I always had my own little recording setup at home. I mean, my wife, God bless her, like I just had gear all over the house. And that's how I kind of knew like, okay, this is the girl for me,
Uh-huh.
because she didn't care about all the gear and the band practices and all that stuff.
So
So
so you had so that were there others who did care and was like, get this stuff out of here?
oh no, man.
Okay, okay.
I was a free agent until this one came around, pretty much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay.
But yeah, always had like little recording setups in my house, but they weren't built as recording studios. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yep.
Like the
Yep.
last recording space I had, there was like a window unit, and it was just like outside. You know, like this one album I did, it was like a banjo and like acoustic stuff, and you could
Okay.
hear the birds so loud that I just said, "Screw it, I'm putting a mic outside to record the birds, and they're going to be a part of the album."
Yeah,
It actually came out pretty cool, you
I
know.
bet. I
Yeah,
bet.
yeah. It's all about just adapting to your, recording environment.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Red Star Mule Boy, say that fast 3 times.
Yeah, exactly.
Red Star Mule Boy, Red Star Mule Boy. So, so who have you recorded there? Are you just, is it open to the public or
Yeah,
is it
so
for you?
so basically until 2 weeks ago, and I'd only been recording friends, like people I knew.
Hmm.
Did a lot of jazz stuff in here,
Okay.
some like doom metal, like a little
Okay.
bit of everything. And then I just recorded a country album in here about 2 weeks ago. So
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
we just like you can see the little bit of acoustic treatment here.
Yeah.
That took a long time to build by hand.
Okay. Look at you.
It's all like physics and math, so it's like
Yeah.
pretty complicated. It's like each room has its own profile. Like the resonance is different for each room. Like this room has
Okay.
like at 125 hertz, there's a standing wave in this room. So I had to build bass traps that were big enough to address that specific frequency.
Wow. You got to have a degree in physics.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I actually had two people with degrees in physics come in and help me with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Okay. So, where do you, what do you see it going as far as the future? Like, what do you want to do with your studio?
I mean, music will obviously always be, like my first love and stuff, but I worked at a studio for 2 years and we mostly did like advertisements and voiceovers and stuff like that.
Okay.
And, like really that's where the money's at, you know,
Yeah.
because you have these marketing agencies that have millions and millions of dollars and they're
Hmm.
like, oh, like, 175 an hour at the studio. Yeah, here you go.
Exactly.
So like I'm definitely going to be doing that, just to pay the bills. But music, it's just hard to get, being a musician, it's like I know the life. Like it's hard to make enough money to pay a top of the line studio to record your album. So I'll
Yeah.
always give breaks to musicians, you know what I mean? Like I'll always work with people like that,
Yeah.
because
And
it's important.
yeah, and I can only see what your camera is allowing me to see, but it looks really cool in there, man.
Yeah, if I wasn't on my desktop, I'd take you on a little tour, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
No,
it's a
I
pretty cool
understand.
spot, man. We got
Yeah.
two isolation rooms, a big live room, and then this is the
Okay.
control room. So,
Wow. Wow. Yeah. Well, man, so let me give you a final word or a last thought. Can you talk to the audience maybe about starting having an internship, in the music industry, how important that could be, and the value of that.
yeah. Um, well, so internships are kind of like a double-edged sword because a lot of them, you're working for free. So you have to have
Absolutely.
another source of income. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yep.
And even if it's like sweeping the floors at the studio or whatever, like you kind of just gotta, like you can't be above anything. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like you got to pay your dues. And and being an intern, the positive side of that sword is that you learn the industry from veterans, people who have been doing it for so long,
Yep.
and like really you can go get a degree in recording, but it's not going to match experience in the studio.
Right.
Like you can learn
Yep.
theory all you want,
Yeah.
but experience in the studio, like you're going to learn how to deal with clients. Really, that's the biggest part of what I do,
Okay.
is making people feel comfortable so that they can give their best performance.
Wow. Wow.
Like setting up the preamps and stuff. Like I just turned a couple of knobs.
Uh-huh.
Most of it's just talking to them and making them relax and being positive but also honest.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Love it, man. Hey, that's some great advice, you
Yeah,
know. It's been great, man, talking to you, bro.
I know. Yeah, it's been too long. Like
Definitely,
way too
definitely.
long.
Yeah.
We used to have some fun times back in the day.
Yes, we did, bro. Yes, we did. Like I said, man, I was talking to Rasheed, man, and we was reminiscing on some stuff. You
Yeah,
know, I love that boy Rasheed, man.
yeah. I still talk to him every once in a while, but
Yeah,
I need to have him come through the studio because he hasn't seen this spot yet. And
I'm sure he'd love it, man.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Well, uh, this is a wrap. This is a finally financial again. I'm Erik T. Jackson. That's my boy Sam Whips Allison. Appreciate you, brother.
appreciate you, man.
All right. Talk to you soon.
All right.
Bet.